Good morning, beautiful ones. Welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualized NZ. It's a brand new week and a brand new Deal It Up challenge. So let's get into this. I am excited to see what we're going to be working with this week. So if you're new joining here, welcome. It's good to have you along. And special hugs to all my lovely kind friends who are regulars here. And if you're a regular watcher and haven't said hi, please pop a little comment in and say hi. I'd love to hear from you. I love to make connections through YouTube. It's more about, not so much about me sitting here talking to a camera, but actually connecting with you guys because we're all here for the craft. We all love crafting. And it's really nice to meet fellow like-minded people. So don't be shy. Right, our first prompt, which is our faux playing card, is the Two of Diamonds. Oh, that makes me sad. We did diamonds last week, and if you may remember, if you were watching, I left my stamps on my block. When I packed up after the video, the diamond stamp was nowhere to be seen, and I have not seen it since. So currently, I have lost my diamond stamp, and it's really upsetting. But not the worst one to lose, because I can draw a diamond easier than I can draw a club or a spade. So, you know, it's not the worst one to lose, but I'm still gutted that I've lost it. Hopeful that it might surface at some point, but annoying because I specifically left it stuck to the block so I wouldn't lose it. And yeah, it still happened. So I'm going to have to take the time to just pop it away properly, I think, in future. Obviously, I won't be using it today because I've lost it. But the other three suits, I'll have to just be careful. If I lose the heart, again, not a huge issue because I have other small heart stamps. But club and spade, I think, would be the worst ones. Okay, it's the alternative to the Two of Diamond faux playing card, which is a journal card, is making a rectangle pocket. Or you can do both. So now let's get into the creative prompts, what we're going to put on these items, how we're going to style them. I hope you all had a great weekend and are ready and rearing for this week and what it might bring. It's going to be another fairly busy week for me, I think. If you're wondering where the newsletter is, I am running way behind. I do apologise. Just this last week was dynamite, and this week is going to be dynamite, but hopefully I can still get, you know, some things out. Okay, so closing my eyes, just spreading these out a bit so I can kind of just do a blind pull. Sheet music, cool. So we're going to be incorporating sheet music into our makes today. Our next prompt, which I'll do blind as well, just because of the two different card backs. One's newer than the other, so just so I'm not giving any bias in my pulls, I do these two sets blind with my eyes closed. Right, again, eyes closed, just spreading them out, and I'm going to go that one. And it is pastel colours. It could be pastel colours, or it could be like chalk or oil or whatever, wax pastels. So you have a choice there whether it's colour or tool that you use to meet that prompt. I haven't got my pastels out. They are away, so if I want to use them, I've got to go grab them. So I'll probably be going colour for that one myself. Or you could do both. You could do pastel colours and pastel supply. Right, let's go close to the top. No. I'm just going to reshuffle because I was overthinking. I was, yeah, totally overthinking that pull. So reshuffle. And let's just go that one. I quite often go out of the middle-ish of the deck. and I was going to go the top, and I was just like, I'm actually thinking about what card I'm pulling, and that's just not the way it goes. So something that passes the let's try that one again. Something that shows the passing of time. Okay, so watch, clock, timer, this little sand timer, egg timer, whatever you like. It could be the sun or the moon across the sky. Lots of ways that you can interpret that one as well. Okay, let's start with the back of my card as per usual. So I need my 2. Oops, don't need you 9. You can go back away. So yeah, the I think we did the 5 of diamonds last week, and the 5 was still stuck to the block, but the diamond wasn't. So I thoroughly checked everywhere I could. The floor has been vacuumed since, so if it was on the floor, it's probably sucked up the vacuum cleaner. Oh, before I do that, I need to stencil. Well, I choose to stencil. Let's say that. And I haven't switched out my backing paper here. I choose to stencil. You don't have to. I just think it's a nice little touch on my pieces. Colour. I'm going to go this crisp cantaloupe, I think. It's a bright colour, but it's maybe more on the pastel shade of things, maybe. And I'm just going to go lightly, which will make it more pastel than if I did it full strength ink. And I'm just, again, doing spots here and there. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Actually, now I'm thinking, do I want to go back in with a different colour and mix it up? I might do that. Haven't done that for a few weeks. And it will be random. I won't try and match the pattern. Just overlay it and create some depth and more visual interest. So that's the crisp cantaloupe. What would I like to pair with it? That's a jolly good question, my friends. I think I might go this one. This is Lemon Lime Twist. And these are both Stamping Up stamp pads. I believe they're no longer current colours, which is why I've got them. Just looking for the sponge. Right. Just so I don't try and line up the pattern, I'm going to turn the stencil the other way round. So there's no hope of matching patterns. Pattern goes the other way. This is a cake decorating stencil, in case you're wondering. From a set of 4 of animal type prints, which is fun. Yep, that's looking good to me. It's very subtle, like it's not in your face stenciling. Maybe you can see a bit better than that, I don't know. But in reality, it's easy to see, but it is subtle, and it's definitely more of that pastel vibe. Okay, now let's do our 2. Oh, I didn't pre-ink around this. Normally I would, but I didn't today. Right, so let's do our 2, and then we'll have to draw the diamond in today, and maybe forevermore, because my poor diamond stamp, and they're so little, the suit stamps, that and clear, of course they're clear, so they're quite hard to see if they get stuck or lodged or whatever. I fear that it is gone for good. Right, so even though I haven't had a problem with these ones, I'm going to tuck it back in its proper place, because I don't want to be losing any more stamps, whatever they may be. Nothing worse than an incomplete set of something, in my opinion. Okay, so now we don't need the red ink anymore because I can't stamp it. So I've got this red fine liner here from Bic, and I'm going to draw now I'm overthinking this. It's like, oh, drawing a diamond. Can I draw a diamond? Of course I can draw a diamond. They're not that difficult. But it's probably going to be wonky. So let's just go in here. They'll be uneven most likely. Different sizes. And I'm going to colour it in. Although I could choose to just do an outline. That would be a little bit different. And it's a different red to my ink. To my stamp ink. That's okay. It's a diamond. It'll do. So basically 2 triangles. Let's try triangles. Inverted. One's inverted, so they are opposites. That's what a diamond is. Unless you're talking about the gemstone that often is in rings. This is actually my mum's wedding band from my dad when she was from their wedding, and it's platinum and gold. My ring is way too big for me, and I kept being in danger of losing it several times. I almost lost it, so I don't wear it anymore until I can get it resized. And my engagement ring has lost the main diamond, so I haven't worn that one for even longer. And again, it would be now too big for me. So I need to get both fixed, essentially. But I'm very grateful to have my mum's wedding band to wear. Okay, over we go. Let's decorate this side. So I'm thinking, do I want to do something in the background, then pastel on top? Do I want to collage with pastel colours? I'm not entirely sure. This is quite a fun paper, this, because it's got like pastel pink and blue trees. I wouldn't call this pastel. This may be at a stretch. This maybe. Again, I tend to overthink. This is pastel blue. What else have I got in my little bag of bits here, which isn't so little? This is pastel, so I can pull it out. It's quite thick though. It's a bit grubby. Not that that's a problem, but it's quite thick. No, I don't want to do that one. I know I put some digital scraps in here the other day, so I'm kind of keeping an eye out for those, thinking they might, and I'm sorry I'm off camera, I do know that, just trying to see. That would be pastel. That's pastel. That little scrap is pastel. That's from Rach and Bella Crafts. That would be pastel, not so much that one. Okay, we've probably got enough to work with. Yeah, those aren't pastel, so I'll pop those back. Still unsure which way I want to go in terms of collage with pastel or use pastel focal points. But I'm trying to think if I've got any specific pastel coloured focal points. I can't think of any. So I think I'll start with a collage and do that in pastel colours. No, I'm not going to tear that. Am I going to cut it, or am I just going to lay it on and trim it up anyway? Yeah, let's just do that. Not make extra work for myself. The neighbour's boy must have a friend around. There's lots of young voices and shouting and laughing and sound of ball being bounced on the driveway, that type of thing. It's quite lovely to listen to, actually. It's very happy sounds. And I wonder if his friend around is actually my nephew, who lives the next street over from me and has been hanging out a lot with our neighbour's boy. So I wonder if it's actually my nephew over there. It was quite funny when I discovered that they were friends and playing. because my nephew was next door when I came home one day, and he came over and talked to me for a bit because he was waiting on the neighbour's boy to put some shoes on and stuff. And he says, I won't say the name of the boy, my neighbour's boy, but the neighbour's boy had said to my nephew, she's not your aunt, which I found very funny. It's very him kind of thing to say. And so I said to my nephew, I said, well, you go back and tell him. You say, yep, she most definitely is my aunt. And so, yeah. Now, he's accepted that. But I thought it was very cute and funny. Yeah. Kids can be quite funny, can't they? She's not your aunt. As if he would know. My nephew, or my nephews, their mum is has Pacific Island blood in her, so they're darker skinned. And my brother's like me, you know, just typical Pākehā. So maybe he thought that because of the colour of his skin, very judgmental, but you know, kids don't filter things. Maybe he thought that I couldn't be his aunt because we were totally different colouring. And he's about, I think, about 10, 9 or 10. So, you know, kids haven't learnt, of that age, haven't learnt so much about those types of things at this stage, about genetics and all that stuff. So, yeah, anyway, I thought it was quite cute. I did not intend to tell that big, long story, but there you go. I hope you found it interesting on some level. Right. Okay. I don't think I'll use this, even though it fits the prompt beautifully, just because it's a bit thicker. Maybe I can cut something from it for a focal point. That's an idea. We might be able to do that. I don't like the cut edges. So get rid of those. I think this one's out of the flow book for paper lovers, this particular one, as is that one. Or this might be 6x6 paper pad. Can't remember. Doesn't matter. It's paper. Right, and I don't want to waste all that, so let's trim it down a bit. I think I need a new glue page because I ended up with a big globule of glue on that last piece I glued. So what's the weather like at your place? It's a beautiful sunny day here again. Had a beautiful sunny day yesterday as well, but it's just cold. You know, the sun is beautiful, and it just does your soul good to see the sun, because we've had a lot of grey days lately. But it's like, it's sunny but it's cold, so it doesn't encourage you to go out and be in the sun because it's just cold. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this, the sunlight. Just good. If I had another piece of that, which I don't, it would be good there, I think. Since we've got all different bits of paper, do we want to put a bit of this in? It's just wide enough, I think. Taking a bit down the bottom where the pastel pink trees are. And I think we can afford to tear this end down a little bit. Hopefully. It's too late now if it's not, because I've done it. Yeah. It's fine. Awesome. Okay. And this is scrapbook paper. That I do know. Put a lot of energy into choosing these bits, and then a lot of it's probably going to end up covered. It's the way it goes though, isn't it? There we go. So let's do a trim around. zoomy zoom around the edge. This card is wildly misshapen. The corner rounding is atrocious because it's hand cut from my template and it's just been getting so wonky. They're not nice rounded corners, they're very uneven. I tried to even one of them up, but I don't think it really helped. But that's fine. It really doesn't matter. It's just the perfectionist in me going, oh, it's a bit off. Kind of looking at these, wondering if I should go round the two in this red, but I don't think it would help. Maybe if I did black around both. Let's do it. I mean, I'm totally just diverting here, but I just wanna, so I'm gonna. And I haven't done this on any of these cards, so it's a good way to mix it up a little bit. So I'm just using a Sharpie fine pen for my black. Oh, there's sirens going down the main road. So much of that lately. We went into town on Saturday and we passed on the side of a road. There was a car, a very, very sad looking car that's totally written off. Had smashed into a property on, you know, one of the properties along the side of the road and completely cut the tree off at the base of the trunk, so the tree's lying across their front yard. Fortunately, they didn't have a fence, so there's no fence damage, but the tree is dead, and didn't have time as we were passing to see anything else. But the car's dead, the tree's dead, and my goodness, the people in that house, they must have got a huge fright when that happened. That would have been a very loud bang, and I assume that it would have been the Friday night, early hours of Saturday morning maybe, that it happened. So, you know, most likely they would have been asleep. And yeah, there's no way it wouldn't have woken them up, because it was only, the front yard's only maybe 4 meters deep, so not a lot of space between the tree that got taken out and the front of their house. Man, that would have been scary. And I don't know about the people in the car, people or person, but yeah, it was a mess. Right, and it was all cordoned off with security tape and stuff. Right, so we've got our base done. We need sheet music. I could have worked sheet music into the base, but I didn't. So we'll just layer it up. I'm sure I still have some in here because I put some more in my bag of book page type bits. I've just got to find it. Here's a small bit, but I've got better bits. I know I put better bits in here, if I can dig them out. I think I need a separate bag for music, actually. That would make life easier. Don't you think? I think that's probably a good idea, because I always struggle to find the music in amongst all the book page bits. And sorry if you can't hear me properly, I'm talking down into the bag. It's terribly rude. Not particularly camera friendly, is it? Okay, I can't find the other bits. I am sure they're actually in there, but they're not peeking out and saying hello. So this will be it, and that's fine. We don't need a lot, we just need to include some. I'm just going to take away that cut edge, because I just can't do it on this one. This one for me is all about torn edges. This is torn on a ruler, but it's just too linear. So I'm also going to tear that a bit more roughly, without taking too much of the music pattern off, preferably. And then probably don't want it all the way across, so we'll just take a bit off like that. So almost all the way across. And I like that there, so I'm going to go with it, but I am going to ink. And I'm just going to use Vintage Photo. I could use a pastel coloured ink, but I don't want to. So what's the other thing we're looking for? Something that shows the passing of time. Okay. Right. Got to get my brain thinking in that direction. What have I got that I could use? I do have some children's clocks, but I don't know if I want to go that children's illustration vibe. This is, nothing about this is saying that childish aspect, or that, you know, not childish, but cartoony sort of bright colours. This is not bright colours, so I don't think I want to go that direction. I do have watches and clocks and stuff from magazines, but again, they're not right with me at the moment. So it's just going to go about there. Having sips of my cup of tea too in between. I'm still thinking about using a bit of this, but I also noticed over the side here I've got this cut circle. This isn't pastel, but this is, and we might be able to like layer that up. Like use that to lay it in behind a watch or a clock or something. Let's have a look at my stamped images. This one. If there's nothing in here, I might have to stamp one. Go here first. I don't think I do. I think I've used all the ones. There's a tiny wee clock down here, but that's no, not the right scale at all. Okay. It's my tub of stamps, and this is just the one that lives on my desk. I do have lots of other stamps. And then I've got these ones. Sorry, there's probably a shadow cast from that. I thought I'll look in these first and see if anything jumps out at me. Oops. I mean, a camera in a way shows the passing of time, doesn't it? Because you take photos and look back on them. Hopefully you look back on them. So that's a possible. It's not quite the right style though, I don't think. Mother's Day one, alphabet, no. And trees, I guess, can show the passing of time if you cut them in half and see their tree rings. But yeah, so maybe the camera on that, but I think we can probably find something better. Let's take a moment and have a look through my... There's an empty packet. I wonder what used to belong in that. Oh, probably this one actually. Some of these need changing out and replaced because the packaging's next to useless now. I mean, even the ink bottles could perhaps say the passing of time because they very much give you a vintage or antique vibe. So nothing in those really. There's some music. No. Compass. Although it's a compass, but it's also got like a clock kind of thing on it. Put that one aside. Getting a good look, well, maybe a look at my stamps anyway, even if it's not a good look. No. No. Oops, they're all going to fall over on me in a minute. No, 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 no. Lots of no's. No, and no. Let's put some back in that are no's. And they're falling over, so I'm just going to take a sec here. I need another bin because this is so stuffed full. Over full, actually. Butterflies, no. Butterflies. I thought I had another clock. Sewing, no. Bees, no. Texture, no. Tickets. There's a compass. And then on this side is another compass. But not exactly a clock, is it? I think this is the closest. I think I need to actually look for a clock stamp and buy a clock stamp looking at this. I thought I had something like that, but if I did, it would be in this lot because this is my sort of more junk journaling style stamps. The rest I've got are more card making, just how I organise it in my brain. More card making stamps that I don't see fit the junk journaling quite so well. A bit more cartoony, if you like. So we could, that's bigger than that circle, so unless we kind of did it like this. Okay, don't take too long doing this, woman. Thinking this smaller one here actually was part of this stamp and I cut it out so I could use it separately. I very rarely use this frame. It's pretty, I just don't use it for whatever reason. Okay, stamp pad, I think black. Yeah, I think black. Do I want to stamp it on text? Oh, why am I picking that up? That's not a stamp. Or would that be too... I think it would be too... you wouldn't see the detail. Okay. So just a scrap here of coffee dyed paper it is. Right. Oh, that doesn't actually fit on that block. Let's grab a bigger one and a dirtier one by the look. So this isn't what I was really wanting, but it will do. And it's got a look that I'm after, even if it's not really a clock. It kind of looks a bit clockish. And, you know, nautical related things do show the passing of time, don't they? Oh, I don't have a wet wipe, so I'll have to clean that off afterwards. And this wee one. Again, have to clean that off after this video. Get away. I'll just move my stamps out of the way because they're probably casting a shadow, as I said. And I'll put this one away since we didn't use it. Right. And that just gave them these a moment to dry a bit more before I cut them out. So just do this as quickly as I can. I'm not wishing away the faux playing cards. Like, I am really looking forward to doing the whole series, but I'm also excited for the next thing after the faux playing cards, and kind of just starting to like I've got an idea and I just need to put a lot more thought into how it's going to work. Still the Deal It Up challenge, still the base, like, you know, whatever item we pull, but then running alongside that item will be the next thing, like we've been doing the faux playing cards, but it will be shorter. It won't be 52 weeks of it. So yeah, just tossing, you know, just mulling over things, I guess, and scheming. Oh yes, I'm scheming, and I'm quite excited. I think it should be fun. So now you're all curious and you're like, when are we doing it? When are we doing it? Well, we'll be doing it after the faux playing cards. So we are over halfway through them, and we'll be finishing up with doing the Joker. So there'll be 53 weeks in total for the faux playing cards. I'm not sure how many are left, but still quite, you know, still a good ways to go before we get to that point. So don't get too excited. Just jump in and do a faux playing card here and there if you would like to participate. I'd love to have you play with us. Okay, something like that. I want to ink around this. And I'm thinking about a word from the Spring Bounty Kit by Junk Journal Studio. I have an idea in mind of what word I'm after if I can find it. And just a little heads up, Lisa, don't tell me off, because yeah, no, I still haven't done it. Oh, that one's needing a pin. Let's see if the other one's going to work for me. Yep, this one's working, so that's good. I quite enjoy having two on the go, so that if one is a problem, maybe the other one will work for me and save just a little bit of time on camera. Sometimes though, both of them decide to block at the same time, and you know, then you've just got to deal with it. Right. There, I'm not worrying about what way's up or down or sideways, whatever, it's just going on, because there's lots of layers within the stamp, quite a lot of detail. And same with this one, I'm not worrying about whether it's actually the right way up or not. It's just going there. Right, let's grab the words out. I like this wee box, but it can be a little tricky to get the lid off. Right, this would be really good if I had separated the words into colours, but I haven't, so we will get there. His favourite season. I thought there was something maybe season or seasonal in here. There may not be. I may be remembering incorrectly, and I may have even used it previously. I'm going to have a quick Fossick. I won't take too long. Without tipping them out all over the place. I don't mind the purple. It's good thing is they're pastel colours too. I mean, new beginnings could work, because that's like indicates of time passing, doesn't it? I've got this in white. Favourite season. No, I like it in the purple better. I've also got it larger, too large. Okay, springtime, that's kind of like, again, indicates a different time, so passing of time. There's quite springy vibes going on here too, isn't there? The one thing I struggle with here is the spelling of favourite, because it's here in New Zealand and Australia, and that we spell favourite with a U, F-A-V-O-U. So I'm kind of really reluctant to use something that's not spelled for our spelling, if you know what I mean. I think that's too big, so we'll get rid of that one. So favourite season or springtime. It's definitely got springy vibes going on. Kind of like it up there, just connecting those 3 circles. But the purple stands out more. I'm going to go the purple, even though it's not spelt how I would like to spell it. I mean, it's fine. Like, it's fine for a lot of places. That spelling is fine. Oops, trying to put the lid on sideways, doesn't work. So I'm going to use it. Get over myself. Get over my... I've spent many years editing written works, and I became very hyper focused on things, so I couldn't read for enjoyment, because I'd just be continually, my mind would continually be picking out faults, or not even faults, but just ways that things could be worded differently, and so I had to stop doing the editing, because it just took away all my joy of reading. And it was quite a number of years before I could read again without doing that automatic editing in my head. It was actually really annoying. Yeah, interesting. So I think this is playing into that part of my brain that, you know, it's like that editing part of my brain that's going, but it's incorrect. But it's incorrect for me. It's not incorrect for all the world. So I've just got to get over it. I do, and I'm telling myself off. That's what I'm doing, and telling you all that. I'm telling myself off, and just like, get over it. There's lots of people around the world that is a perfectly acceptable spelling and correct for their country. But I love the look of it. I think the purple, because we've got purple over here. This is from Joey Cardmaker. This is from Rachel Bella Crafts, and then other bits of scrapbook paper or whatever. Flow book. This is definitely flow book for paper lovers. Let's ink around it, because I didn't pre-ink the back like I would normally to save a bit of time, but I do like showing you the look of the ink. To me, it just completes everything, brings it together, gives it a little frame. And covers over a lot of imperfections, especially on cutting. Sorry, I was leaning on the desk and that was probably making things shake. So I'm sorry if that gave your eyes a bit of a wobble. I've got a sore arm at the moment, and so I was kind of just resting my arm on it, so on the desk, so I wasn't feeling the pain of holding it mid-air. But however, I'm now holding it up. It's just being a right pain, quite literally. Not a sharp pain, it's aches in my upper arm, and I don't know what I've done. It's been building for probably a couple of years. It started off with a dull ache, and it's getting worse and worse to it. Struggle to raise my arm at times because it hurts, and I'm a wimp. Right, there we go. There is my card. So we have sheet music, just a little bit there. We have pastel colours. I chose to collage up with pastel colours, pastel words, and this element here is pastel green. something that shows the passing of time. So I've got these clock, compass kind of hybrid things. They will do. So, you know, if you haven't got the exact thing, just find something that kind of works. And if you have it clear in your head how it all relates, that is perfectly fine. It doesn't need to make sense for the rest of us. I'm not doing the pocket because I just want to zone out. I've got a busy week ahead and I just need some downtime. So I'm not going to make the pocket rectangle. And then we've got our 2 of diamonds on the back there. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you give this challenge a go if you haven't ever given it a go. You don't need to do all 52 cards, or you could just do the rectangle pocket, or you could put a pocket on your faux playing card. Just jump in and have some fun with us. I'd love to have you along. I'll be back again tomorrow with Trashcraft Tuesday. I'll be doing a little shopping haul share with you, and then hopefully a project as well, depending how long I take to show you everything. But it's not a huge haul, so we should be good for a project on top of that. So hopefully I'll see you then. Take care, my friends. Have a great afternoon or evening. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. See you then. Bye.